Hello, everyone. God bless everyone. This is a great Wednesday. It is September 3rd. I definitely have to say the Eastern Standard Time right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For many of you, I see you've been catching us from other countries. So I want to say glory to God. So great night, great day, whichever time you guys are watching. I want to say welcome, and I want to ask where you guys are watching from, and put it in the chat. Let us know where you are watching from. So you see this amazing lady, Lindsay Watson, who's with me on tonight. She's one of the speakers. Um, she's one of the speakers that is speaking, and her topic is branding with boldness. Are y'all excited about this topic? I'm excited about it. Listen, let me say this. Um, I am, and I shared this offline. I really believe this is a topic that is so needed, and to have her talk about branding with boldness is, I mean, it is it's so needed, and I'm glad to have her. I told her offline this is a great topic to have, and I'm telling her now publicly that is a great topic. Great evening, Miss Georgette. Listen, I am just excited. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you share it out. Let's share this out. We are live right now on several platforms here, so let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We are live on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and you guys can catch us on the podcast, Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. So, y'all, let's get into it. Let me ask you, Lindsay, first, before we get into the topic. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it, Miss Georgette. Oh, you're tuning in from California, California. Okay, I love it. Yes. All right. Thank you for tagging Salathia. Miss Elaine, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, yesterday you joined us, Elaine. I believe yesterday we had a someone joining us that they were in VR. They was in the metaverse, and they had us on a screen. I was like, that's so
Wow.
cool. So, and I remember, Elaine, you joined us yesterday as we were talking about that too. So thank you so much for coming back again. Florida, yes, we got Florida, we got California, yes. Listen, who are you, Lindsay? Let's get into that first. I want to do this because I think this is, yes, I remember you. I remember, um, hi, okay, we got YouTube, Arlington, VA, Tone. Woo-hoo. So I remember, um, that yes, we all are going to gather, and we're all going to have a great time, and everybody's going to know about branding with boldness. But I wanted to do something like this to bring it more of an intimate part with the speaker to know who is Lindsay, and let's start right there. Who's Lindsay Watson?
Well, thank you so much, Miss Bernice, for putting a global stage together for us to be able to share and fellowship. It means a lot, especially with everything going on in this world. So many technological distractions, and you saw fit to find a space for us. So thank you, and we acknowledge you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So my name is Lindsay Watson, Lindsay R. Watson, depending on the brand, what I'm marketing. I'm first and foremost a child of God. I have been walking with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for over 22 years. And sometimes I feel like it's just
Wow.
day one. His faithfulness is just endless. And I'm so grateful. I know it's important that we acknowledge where we come from spiritually. So I come from Joshua and Caleb Ministries Incorporated, and our senior leader and pastor and minister is William Diamond Brown. And I am privileged to have been under his leadership for just about as long as I've been saved. And a shout out to my church family, the JCMI family. I also want to acknowledge my dad, Admiral Tony Watson. I think I saw him join his beautiful wife, Sharon, and any other family members who will be here. Shout out to you because I just texted y'all about 10 minutes ago because that's been my day. So that being said, who am I? I am from a small town in New England, ended up in New York City, going to school, working on Wall Street, graduated from St. John's University, got saved, and found my church family. And that gave me a reason to stay. I felt safe. I felt like I had community. And for me, community is one of the top things I believe God has called me to help to facilitate. And it's easier to have community when you can identify who you are, what you want, and what communities you want to be a part of. And it's easier to identify those communities through understanding what your brand and message and purpose is. And to me, message and purpose is all one. But going back, so I got my start in the corporate world in New York City. I am a 20 plus year veteran in the world of human resources.
Wow.
That's what I call my trade. We all have a trade, don't we?
Yes.
And so in 2019, after getting the opportunity to co-found a staffing agency in 2013 with my business partner and mentor, William Dimone Brown, same guy. He and I had the staffing agency for years. And in 2019, at the end of the year, I got quiet and started to pray and ask God what he wanted next. And in that time, he started speaking to my spirit that he wanted me to start and put a name and a value to things I'd been doing outside of human resources for free for years. For others, joyful,
wow.
Right? Happily, right?
Wow.
Somebody put in the comments, I'm going to put name and value to all the things I do.
Yes.
Okay. It's easy for us to do it when we're working in our trade because we're either employed or we have a very structured process as to how we run business. But what happens for all the other things?
Yes.
And so Joyfluent was born as a result of that. I started to have to put together resumes, identify what I did. I wanted to follow God, but I didn't know how, right? I was so used to just working. So I ended up with 3 resumes, one for HR, one for sales, and one for all the other stuff. Media, administrative support, web design, image, editing, all the things I was able to put into one bucket, and Joyfluent was born. Now, for me, I thought that I had done my part and that was it. And so I kind of left it to the side. I'm sure some of us can relate. I didn't really put a value to it. That first phase was a name, y'all. It was just a name. And so as the years progressed, Joyfluent started knocking on my window, then knocking on my door, then coming in and having a seat, say, okay, when are we going to do something? Because I'm a vision, I speak to the end, I don't lie, and I'm speaking. I need you to listen. And so over the years, what I had to really identify with Joyfluent is how are we serving the people who need us and who are the people we need to serve? Yes, Miss Georgette, speak it out. Hang on to that. Because when we put name and then value to what we do, it helps to clear the path as to who we are and how we're representing ourselves online. And so Joyfluent started off, we did websites. That's fine. Simple websites, right? We all can relate. There's probably a lot of creatives here, just websites. Then it turned into administrative. Then it turned into helping with people apply for grants. And then it kind of evolved. And one of our core values is we'll say yes to anything our client needs within the demographic that we serve. Okay. That's so good. For us, it's small businesses, nonprofit organizations, startups, and solopreneurs. That's it. If you're
we definitely got to talk. That's exactly who we serve.
Yes. Well, and it enables us to say yes and to continue to grow and learn what our clients need. Why do I share all of this? Because as we all do, we have a long journey, and there's a lot of ups and downs that I've lived in this life. What I'm just absolutely in love with is being able to have a solution for people who need it so that they can outsource the systems and the structure and the technical stuff and go be the best version they can be. So there's a foundation there. But as we were continuing to grow and working with clients, we realized that there was one commonality that helped clients either win or not win. And that commonality was the ability to communicate their worth and value. And that could be at a business meeting, at a networking event, in a sales pitch, right? You name it, at church. I mean, performing, speaking, right? Anywhere where there's opportunity. And opportunity isn't always connected to financial. It's just opportunity that aligns with your purpose and your calling. So we realized we had to do something. We couldn't let that just kind of sit on its own. And that's where we created some branding strategy and storytelling packages to support our clients so that they could not only understand their worth and value, but communicate it. And then we actually create what we call communication action plans. They're called CAPS. And we'll give people a script if they need it. Okay.
Let me say this. I can tell you are passionate about it. I feel it and I love it. I just want to say that. Keep going, but I feel your passion. Yeah, y'all, whoever's watching this, can y'all feel it? Like, I see your excitement in that. That's amazing.
Appreciate you, sis. It's, it's one of the things that you would think after 20 plus years in HR that the thing that I should go for is, I don't know, talking about HR, staffing and recruiting.
Yes.
And when I prayed, and it's an ongoing journey, but when I prayed, I heard God speak to my spirit and say, well, what's the common theme? I said, communication. The better you communicate, the more opportunities you have, and the greater the chance you'll be hired, selected, win the pitch, get the job, all the things. And so we, especially we, have to be able to communicate excellently. Yes. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. So what we decided is we're going to remove the emotions, how we feel about ourselves, because that could change 1 minute, 1 day, 1 second, right? And we decided we're going to script out exactly who you are, but we're going to work with you to put together your story and then give it to you so you can practice. Does it sound familiar? Write the vision on the tablet so you can practice, so you can start to see who you are and get that on the inside. So regardless of whether you have it all or not, you're be given, right, this testimony of you and your awesomeness. And so we found that that was very helpful, especially for our introvert clients. I may or may not, but definitely am not an introvert. But it seems like most of our clients have a mix, right? I don't remember. Ambivert, I think that's the one in the middle. Chad, I don't know all the big words. But
Miss Georgette, you need to tag. We know entrepreneur. Her name is our business owner, Salathia. I saw she tagged her earlier, but she's an introvert. So we've had a conversation literally about this extrovert versus introvert. And that's when I learned about the in between. It was through her. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there's something in the middle, right? So
yes, it is.
But regardless of our approach or how confident we feel or don't feel, there is a way to structure, to one, pull from and identify what our story is, get it written out, and then put it in a package where you can communicate it to the same person in different opportunities, same opportunities, consistently, so everyone gets the same experience. So if I'm talking to you, if I'm talking to Miss Georgette, y'all should be able to get the same vibe, right? And the same script from me. You should be able to walk away understanding who I am, what I do, and if there's a value. That's my job, right? With my brand. So we realized we needed to be able to empower and keep that momentum going with our clients. So that being said, we work with clients to tell their stories, to set up systems for them. We are AI fluent. So just as some of us may be fluent in more than one language, we speak artificial intelligence at Joy Fluent. That's what we do. And so the systems and the tools we use have an AI component, but we also offer and include AI training so that our clients can have the space to keep control of their own narrative. And I want to explain that a little, but before I do, because I love this so much, do I need to pause, Miss Bernice?
Not at all.
Okay. All right.
No,
Oh, okay.
hey, we have 5 minutes, but go with your flow. It's all good. Is this good? Y'all put a one. Are y'all watching this great information? Are you taking it in? No, not just watching it. Are you guys taking it in? Put in the comments. I see you guys here. Where you guys are watching from. Let's reset this room.
Yeah.
Where you guys are watching from, right? And I want to make sure that you guys are sharing this. And are you guys getting something? I know I am. This is great. So yeah, let's go.
Let's go. All right. So what I really love about Joyfluent is that we focus on a few things, right? These are a few of our internal pillars, but one of them is empowering clients to keep control of their own narrative. Now, I had mentioned AI fluency for us, the language of AI that we speak and the tools that we use to set up systems and structure for our clients. But we never, ever want to leave clients hanging, and we never want our clients to be dependent on us technologically 1,000%. That's so important for us. One of the things we've learned is that there are absolute horror stories with clients who don't necessarily have the technological skill set or capacity to set up and manage their systems. And so they hire one vendor or another vendor or this and that, and they don't have any control. They don't have logins. They don't have access to anything. They don't even know where to go to get it. And for us, that's a big red flag, because while it's important that we trust and have partnerships, it's super important that you, being the brand, being the business owner, keep control of your own narrative. And so there's two approaches we take to that. The first approach is telling your story, writing it out in partnership with you, so that you can give that sign off on, this is the story that I want told. This is what I want all of my clients and customers to experience when they come and see my website, when they go to my social media. This is what I want them to feel and experience. And here's why. In working with a client about a year ago, one of the things I realized is they were very popular and in demand. And so everyone was coming for them and asking for this, and that. And what came to my spirit was, you need to keep control of your own narrative. Otherwise, everyone is going to pick the best pieces of you until there's nothing left. And we can't put that on anyone except for ourselves if we're just out there trying to make something happen. And so with a little bit of time and structure, you can write your story, decide how you want it to be advertised, and keep control, or at least have access to all of your systems and softwares. It allows you to keep control of that narrative. It allows you to remain intact and as the leader of who you are, as well as your brand and your business. So why do I share that? Because being an entrepreneur for over a decade now, one of the things I've learned is a good talk is a good talk, but the best talk is one that leaves you with something that is substantive. Would you all agree?
I agree.
Okay.
Definitely. And I'm waiting on them on the comments, but yes, I see you guys. I wanted to give a shout out to I see one of the attendees here, Nicole from North Carolina. Definitely, I know you're gonna love this topic. She has an amazing business network in North Carolina. So I know she definitely can use this topic. So yes, we're seeing some yes in these chats. LMS, welcome, LMS. I saw LMS is from New Jersey. So yes, awesome. Can I pause just to ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
I want to listen. We're gonna leave this up to the people who register. Okay. I need y'all to register. By the way, it's a free registration, by the way. So for those who are watching in, I want to make sure that you guys do register. It is the link that you see right here at the bottom here, cboevent.com. Yes, Nicole, hello. Listen, I'm sure a lot of you, a lot of the business owners in your network definitely can use this. So make sure you sharing it out, which I know you have already. So one question I've asked all the speakers, and that is, what can attendees expect from your session? If you were to describe it, or describe it. What can they expect from your session on September 20th?
That's a great question. So on September 20th, it's a tie-in to exactly what I wanted to share before we have to log off. Joyfluent.com/launch. There is a free download available for anyone who is looking to really start with your branding, your wording, your site. and just figure out how to put it all together. We have a free download. It's called Narrative First Playbook, and it's all about how to keep control of your own narrative. We're going to go into that in detail on September 20th. I have some amazing case studies that we will pull from with clients who have been extremely successful following our methodology. We have a 5-step process for any client that we work with. I will also be sharing a couple of specials so that if you are interested in signing up, if you want to get coaching, if you need to start now, you'll have the ability to do so. But before we log off, joyfluent.com/launch. Sign up. It is free. Get your email, get your phone number, get in the system. And this way, as we're rolling things out and offering workshops, etc., you'll have first access. But we're going to talk about a narrative first approach. How do you keep control of your narrative? Starting from defining what your narrative should be, mapping that out strategically, launching, and then tending to your systems, both front end and back end. That's it. That's who we are. It's what we do. I could say it 5,000 different ways, but that's it.
Yes. And it's so clear. That's branding. Like, it's very clear. I love it. I love it. And again, I hear your passion, and thank you so much. And I see a couple of you guys who are just joining in. You can catch the replay. Also, connect with us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You guys, for those who are more audible, who want to hear this replay, we will have that available. So yeah, thank you. Listen, any last thing that you want to share? I didn't want to hold you too very long, and then we have September 20th. We have you for September 20th, so we it's gonna be good.
Yes, and I always say to people, that's why I pause and say, "Do you need me to stop talking? Because I'll talk all day about, like you said, those things." But if I could leave with an encouragement, especially in our community, we often think we have to do 5 things, and what we've learned is doing one thing really, really well will immediately pay for and help you to launch into the next thing. And that's why at Joyfluent, we've broken things down into steps. Typically, we think we need a site, but without a strategy and a story to tell and a defined call to action, even one, a site is just a site. It's not going to bring you an ROI. So give yourself grace and permission to stop and assess where you are and what you need. It's not always easy to say, I'm going to stop and breathe, but it's necessary, and it's an investment in your future and for your brand and business.
I love it. Thank you.